Hello everyone, this is Kelli Sappenfield, and tonight we're going to talk about emotional health and if we're taking care of ourselves in that realm or not. One way to look at it is emotionally, are you like a 100-mile-an-hour pinball going through a machine just bouncing off this and that, and it seems like you're not in control of your emotions, but that your situations, the people you're surrounded yourself with, your job, your family, are the ones that are more in control of which way you're pinging that day, or are you in control? And when you think about being in control of your emotional health, I want you to think about, what are you doing for your emotional health on a daily basis? Do you wake up and immediately go to the negative? Do you wake up and immediately, oh my gosh, I've got to check my phone, I've got to do this, and you start spinning and you start ramping up your negative side of your emotions? Or do you wake up and before you even open your eyes, you think of something you're grateful for? And you take care of yourself and you have a morning routine that serves you, not depletes you. The way we start off our mornings is the way we start off our energy for the day. And if we start ourselves in a good emotional state, then it's easier to keep our emotional state there throughout the day. But if we start off spinning, then we're just that ping pong ball bouncing back and forth, back and forth. And that's not how we want to live our lives. So you need to think about it. Are you a person that deals with a lot of worry, a lot of anxiety about things you have absolutely no control over? Are you a drama person that you feed off drama? Because if you're feeding off drama, that means you're causing drama to feed off of. If you're anxious, it means that you're not taking care of your emotional self. You're worried about, oh my gosh, what's going to happen if down the road something happens with my job, or a family member dies, or a pet gets sick. If you're constantly worrying and anxious about what's going to happen tomorrow, or about what happened yesterday, because yesterday and anything and everything that happened yesterday is gone, it's over with. Learn the lessons of it and let the rest of it fall away, because it doesn't matter. It really, really doesn't matter. If you're stuck in, if I'd done this differently, or if I prepare better, then catastrophe won't happen, or things won't happen, then you're not feeding yourself emotionally. You're not serving yourself on a daily basis to have good emotional health. If you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what ever is going to happen if I ever lose a parent, or if I ever lose a pet, or whatever, and you're all wrapped up in it before it even happens, guess what? When it happens, you're not going to be able to deal with it. You're going to spiral out of control, and you're going to find yourself in a deep, dark place that you really, really, really don't ever want to be. And having been there, having lost both of my parents, one when I was 23 years old, in fact, the week before my 24th birthday, and the other one 18 years after that, the way you deal with yourself on a daily basis gets you through those hard times. If I had been not taking care of myself emotionally, and the several months I had to spend with my mother in the hospital right before she passed, then I couldn't have been of service to her. I wouldn't have been of service to me or anyone else in the family or friends that was around. And I was the main person taking care of everything when she was in the hospital. And I was the go-to for all of her family. She was one of 12 children. All of my cousins, all of her friends, all of my friends. And when you're in that position, you had two choices. You can either take care of yourself first and take care of yourself emotionally, or you can spiral out of control. And I see a lot of people that come to me and it's like, you don't understand, I get so anxious. Why are you anxious? What is it that you're so afraid of not being able to control that is causing your anxiety? And let's get rid of the need to control situations that haven't even happened, that may never happen, and start your day out with a good daily practice to get yourself emotionally set for the day. Journal. Be grateful. If you drink coffee, enjoy your cup of coffee every morning. Don't just drink it and not even notice you're drinking your coffee, because then you're going to drink 5 pots of coffee and wonder why you have the jitters. So you need to honor your mornings, because that really does set the tone for the day. And then whatever happens throughout that day, whenever you get to the end of the day, find something to be grateful for, no matter what your day went. Because sometimes our days go sideways. But it's not the sideways part that matters. The part is how we react to it and how we're prepared to react to it. Because things are going to happen. And there's no need to be anxious and worried about them or guilty because you didn't do something as 5 years down the line you think, oh, I could have done that so much better. Why are you even worried about what you did 5 years ago? You need to start living for the day and planning for the future. But if you're going 100 miles an hour through a pinball machine and you're just bouncing from every which way but Sunday, then you're not preparing yourself and you're not taking care of your emotional health. And if you're not taking care of your emotional health, it's going to start affecting your physical health. It's going to affect your spiritual health. It's going to affect your friends, your family. I mean, how many of us have met someone that is such a drama queen that finally you look at your phone and you say, oh, they're calling, and you don't pick up. And then when they do get a hold of you, or you see them the next time, they'll be like, oh, I tried to call you. Oh, and you're like, oh, I'm so sorry, I missed your call. Don't put yourself in that situation of being that person that people, when they look at their phones, they're like, ooh, I don't know that I really want to pick up the phone today. I don't know that I can deal with them right now. Be the person instead that's always there, happy, enjoying life, living life out loud, and the person that if you go to for advice, they're going to actually give you advice. It's kind of like the people that go to people for advice on marriage that have been divorced 4 times. Maybe not the best person to get advice from about marriage. You don't want to go to someone who's miserable and get emotional wellness advice from them. You don't want to go to someone who is completely spiritually detached and say, well, what should I do to increase my spiritual awakening and my spiritual connection? You go to those people that you know have a successful marriage, who are spiritually connected, or who actually has been successful at the thing that you're needing guidance for, to ask them. I don't know how many people will say, well, all my friends at work think I should get a divorce. Really? Okay. Are they in your marriage? Probably not. Have they been divorced? Probably. If they haven't been divorced and they've been in a successful long-term marriage, that's the person you want to listen to. Not the person that is like, oh yeah, it's so much fun. We can go out and we can do things and everything. You won't be burdened anymore with, you're so unhappy. And they pretty much talk you into getting a divorce. Plus, if you are emotionally healthy, those people that are energy vampires, or sometimes they're called psychic vampires or emotional vampires, they know they can't feed off of you. And when those people can no longer feed off of your energy because you don't allow them to, because you're emotionally healthy, they tend to fall away. So today I want you to really think about what you do every morning that sets off your emotional day, and see where you can tweak it, and see where you can have yourself a healthy and happy morning routine and evening routine that really helps build your own emotional health and gets it to its utmost capability. Knowing that, yes, things are going to happen. Yes, things are going to go sideways. When those things happen and go sideways, learn the lessons and let the rest go. Just let it go. And don't get anxious about the what ifs or, oh my gosh, this is a possibility. I shouldn't walk alone at the grocery store because something might happen. If you're in that frame of mind, then you're not emotionally healthy. If you are a worrier, you're not emotionally healthy. If you're anxious and you're not feeling good about life, you need to tune in to what it is, the root cause of your anxiety. And sometimes that is going in and doing the work, doing the self-help work that gets to those root causes. And sometimes the root causes are not at all what we expect them to be, but if we don't do the work, then there's still the underlying program that keeps popping up. So take time out, figure out what you do as a morning routine to help yourself, and then maybe you need to seek someone else out to help you do the deep work because you know you have a problem with anxiety, or you know you have a problem with worry, or you tend to listen to a lot of negative news and a lot of negative people, and you don't know how to separate yourself from that, and that's feeding your negativity. Because we don't want to feed our own negativity. We want to stay as positive and as happy as we can, because this life is meant to be lived. If you're here and you're alive, you're meant to be living. You're meant to be emotionally happy and stable. You're meant to be spiritually happy and stable and connected, and physically happy and physically healthy. You're not supposed to be just existing. You're not here to exist. You're not here to hide in a corner. You're not here to separate yourself from anything that might possibly cause you any strife. Instead, you're supposed to be out there going for it, conquering things, taking chances, and enjoying the fact that life does change and change happens, and being excited about what that change might be. Because if you're not excited and you're not open to change, then it's like locking yourself in a prison. And you're not supposed to be in that prison here. So I hope this helps. Please share this video and let it help other people so that their morning routines can start helping them living the life of an emotionally happy and stable person, and get out of the pinball machine. Quit making yourself go 100 miles an hour around a pinball machine as that ball just going up against one thing and up against another thing, because all that's going to do is get you beaten and bruised, and that's not what you're supposed to be doing. Anyway, I hope this helped. I'd love to hear your comments, and if you feel guided that you need some help in this, please contact me. I'd love to talk to you. And in the meantime, have a fabulous and happy day. Take care. Bye-bye.